crew. I have some excellent news to report. The external fuel tank was successfully repaired on Gemini 14. We've restocked all our supplies, and Terra has us and the rest of the Galactium fleet back en route to the first official stop on our mission, whatever that might be. I wish this mission wasn't classified top secret, because secrets are no fun for a bunch of people who have had our identities wiped by a supernova explosion. Maybe this place we're heading next will tell us more about who we are and what in the world we are doing. This thing is helping though. I was just doing my usual late night routine of exploring the mysterious rooms of the Star Voyager when I happened to stumble upon this old antiques commander's log that was hidden in a pod in the crew quarters. I stayed awake all night playing this game. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. Have you guys ever heard of this? Oh man, it's awesome. Maybe you guys can help me get through this next level. Should I aim here or here? Where should I go? Are there? Oh, sorry guys. I totally should have listened to you. But I know you'll forgive me when you hear what else I found on this thing. There are over 200 recorded messages from a man named Commander Nash. Now, from what I can gather, he lived all the way back in 2074. I know what you're thinking. Ancient! I totally thought the same thing. I mean, really, why do we need to listen to some primitive message from a guy who has no idea what space life is actually like today, right? But crew, you might want to buckle up for this one. He was the one who created and envisioned the entire Galactium Federation. Mind equals blown! And get this, our ship, the Star Voyager, it was his ship, the main headquarters for the entire fleet. I mean, talk about pressure. Sounds like we are leading the whole fleet on a mission that we know absolutely nothing about. But the coolest thing is, he recorded stories of what the fleet experienced long ago. There was this one time there was a ship called Infinity 4, totally deserted the fleet because they wanted to have fun doing some mid-air maneuvers like dives and flips and stuff. But once they went off on their own, nobody ever heard from them again. And the rest of the fleet thought they got sucked into a black hole or something. The bad news is that they took the fleet's entire stock of soap with them. And everyone in the Galactium Federation smelled like sweaty socks ever since.
Incoming message from Infinity 4. I repeat, incoming message from Infinity 4.
To anyone in the Galactium Federation fleet that can hear this message, this is Captain Murphy, commander of the Infinity 4, ID number 8966 of the Galactium Federation. I regret to report that the Infinity 4 is in distress, lacking fuel and necessary survival resources. Our only hope of survival is to dock with another ship to replenish our supply stock. We apologize for denying our classified instructions from Galactium Command. Due to our decision to desert the fleet and inability to comply with instructions, we understand that the request to dock onto another Galactium ship will most likely be denied.
I cannot believe that was really the Infinity 4! But denied is right! I mean, why would Captain Murphy deliberately disobey his mission instructions and then expect the rest of us to pretend it didn't happen just because they've returned? Does he not realize that the entire fleet is working together to complete the mission? Even in the midst of our crazy identity crisis, we understand that we've got a very important job to do. Veering off course and diminishing our soap supply on purpose? That is just unacceptable. I can tell you guys one thing for sure. There is no way we are letting a deserter ship dock with the Star Voyager. And we're certainly not giving them any of our supplies. There's only one bar of soap here for all of us to share anyways. Now, back to telling you about what else I discovered on this old digital device. As I was scanning through some of the programs, I found some old messages. Let me see if I can get one of them on the screen for you to see.
There was a dad who had 2 sons. One day, the youngest son said, "Dad, I want to take off and leave this town. Can you give me my share of our family's money?" The dad considered his son's request and gave him his share of the inheritance. When the youngest son got all the cold hard cash coming to him, he left his dad and his brother and went to a country far away. After doing a lot of partying, the son realized he had wasted all of his money. Everything was gone, so he went to work feeding pigs. It didn't take very long, and before he knew it, he got so hungry he started to think about how good the pig's food looked to eat. All of a sudden, the youngest son remembered how good life was back at home. His dad had workers who always had plenty to eat. Even though he was pretty sure his dad would be super mad at him, the son decided to go back home and to work for his dad. As the son began his journey home, his dad saw him off in the distance. The dad could not believe his eyes. He was so happy that he ran toward his son and gave him a big hug. As they walked together toward home, the son said, "Dad, I have done so many wrong things. I lost my way. When I was gone, I was so alone. I didn't know who I was or where I belonged. Instead, I just felt sad, scared, and hungry. I'm not worthy to be called your son." But the dad forgave his son and said to his workers, "Let's celebrate. My son was lost, but now he is found." The dad knew exactly who the son was and where he belonged. He celebrated his son's return by giving him the finest robe and rings and threw a huge party with the best food in town. The son was so happy to be home and that his dad had forgiven him.
Well, that was interesting. The Infinity Four is just like the lost son that left his family in the story. The son took his money and completely deserted his father. Then when he realized he made a mistake and wanted to come home, the father let him, even though he had done bad things. The dad even threw a party in his son's honor and gave him presents. Let's face it, we have all done things that we wish we hadn't in the past. Just the other day, I was forgiven for supposedly stealing digital files from the Gemini 14 satellite settlement. Now being forgiven is a part of my true identity, and I can forgive others too. I don't know what I was thinking earlier. I can't just let Captain Murphy and his crew float into an endless realm of the unknown. Or what if they were to get sucked into a gravitational pull of a real black hole? No way. I need to let the entire Infinity Four crew know that they are forgiven and they have permission to dock on our ship. Tara, grant Infinity Four permission to dock onto the Star Voyager. Stat!
Granting Infinity 4 permission to dock. Relaying message now.
Star Voyager, on behalf of the entire Infinity Four crew, thank you for granting us permission to dock. Your forgiveness in this matter has saved our lives.
To be honest, I'm so relieved that Infinity Four is back. I think we should throw them a party to celebrate their return and the return of our fleet soap. I'm gonna head to the supply chambers and see what we have to get this party started. And I better start practicing my dance moves.